Good morning, students. Welcome to Vidya Setu, the YouTube channel of our school. Today we will continue with the same chapter, How do organisms reproduce? In this chapter, we have already studied about the reproduction and the types of asexual reproduction. Now today we are going to study vegetative propagation of plants and tissue culture. So let's start our class. Vegetative propagation means new plants are obtained from the parts of old plants like stems, roots and leaves without the help of any reproductive organs. We will not use any reproductive organ because we know that the reproductive organ of a plant, they are located in a flower. So we use those parts of the plant which are not treated as reproductive organs like stems, roots and leaves. So from these parts, when we will produce a new plant, this process is called vegetative propagation. It takes place in bryophyllum, money plant, potato tuber and many more plants. Artificial propagation of plant means the process of growing many plants from one plant by man-made method. The artificial propagation of plant includes the method of cutting. Cutting in this method, a small part of plant which is known as a cutting. It is used to produce a new plant. For example, rose, bougainvillea, grapes, bananas, cactus, etc. They can be grown by means of cuttings. Now cuttings can include a piece of stem, root or even a leaf. We know that the leaf of bryophyllum, it have small buds all over its surface. So student, this is the leaf of bryophyllum and it have several small buds over the surface of leaf. Now when this bud will fall on the soil, it will grow as a new plant. So this method of propagation, it is known as the vegetative propagation method. So for cutting process, we can use a piece of stem, root or even a leaf. Okay. Now next method of vegetative propagation of plant is layering. Now in layering method, we will pull a branch of the plant towards the ground and we will cover a part of it with a moist soil and we will leave the tip of the branch exposed above the ground. After some time, the new roots will develop from the branch which is buried in the soil and then it is cut off from the parent plant. So we have produced a new plant from the parent plant by the method of layering. This method is carried out in jasmine, guava, lemon, hibiscus and many more plants. So student, this is how we can carry out the method of the process of layering. This branch is pulled towards the ground and it is covered with the soil and after some time roots will develop from this portion of the branch which is buried under the soil and then we will cut it from the main plant. So from a parent plant, new plants they are produced. Okay. Next method of artificial propagation is the grafting. In grafting method, the cut stems of two different plants, they are joined together in such a way that they join and grow as a single plant. So we have the stems of two different plants. We will join both these stems and we will join both these stems in such a way that they grow as a single plant. So we have two stems, cut stem having roots. The stem which is provided with roots, it is known as stalk, and the cut stem, which is without root, it is known as scion. Now, scion is joined with the stalk, and they are joined and they grow as a single plant. Now, care should be taken to make sure that the cambium layer of scion is in contact with cambium layer of stalk, because it is responsible for growth of the stem. Whenever we join the scion with the stalk, we should be very careful that the cambium layer of scion should properly be in contact with the cambium layer of stalk, because if the layer they are not in a close contact with each other, then the growth of the stem will not occur. So this should be taken care. Now student, this is how we can carry out the grafting method. This is the stalk which is provided with the roots, and this is the scion. Both these are the cut stems of two different plants of same species. Now we will join this scion with the stalk like this, and we will tie it we will join them properly, and when we join them properly, they both will grow as a single stem. So this is the method of grafting. Grafting, it is generally carried out in the fruits plant like apple, apricot, pear, peach, etc. Advantages of grafting. Grafting help us to combine the most desirable characteristics of two plants, and it is used to produce varieties of seedless fruit. So to produce seedless fruits, we will use the method of grafting. To produce the most desirable characteristic of two plants, we will again use the method of grafting. Now, the advantages of artificial vegetative propagation. So, the artificial vegetative propagation method, it has several advantages, like the plant grown by this method, they need less attention in their early years. Secondly, we get seedless plants by artificial propagation. This is just we have discussed the grafting method, which can be used to produce the seedless variety of plants. Now, many plants can be grown from just one parent plant by artificial propagation. So these are the advantages of artificial vegetative propagation. Now we will study the tissue culture. Tissue culture means the production of new plants from a small piece of plant tissue. In vegetative propagation, we were using the plant parts like roots, stem, leaves, but in case of tissue culture, we will produce new plants from a small piece of plant tissue removed from the growing tips of plant. Okay, and we will keep this tissue in a suitable growth medium. So this process is known as tissue culture, where we grow new plants from a single piece of plant tissue. It is known as tissue culture. Now the production of plants by the method of tissue culture is also known as micropropagation. Okay. Student, this tissue culture, it is a very important technique because it has several advantages. Nowadays, the scientists which are in agricultural field, they are using the method of tissue culture. Why they are using this method? Because it has several advantages, like it is a very fast technique. Thousands of plantlets can be produced in a few weeks' time from a small amount of plant tissue. So from a very small amount of plant tissue, thousands of plantlets they can be produced, and also in a very short span of time. The new plant produced by tissue culture are disease free. Next, tissue culture can grow plants round the year irrespective of weather or season. So the process of growing plant by tissue culture does not depend on the season or weather. Okay, we can grow the plant around the year. Very little space is needed for growing new plants. So these are the advantages of tissue culture. That's why this technique is becoming very popular day by day. Now, cloning. Cloning is the process of producing genetically identical new organisms by asexual reproduction method. We know that in asexual reproduction method, just a single parent is needed to produce the new organisms. So the organisms, they are very identical to their parents. So this process is known as cloning. Okay. Students, now we will discuss some important questions. Like first question is, do organisms create exact copies of themselves in asexual reproduction? We know that in asexual reproduction, single parent give rise to new organism. So do the organism produced, they are exact copies of their parent? The answer is, the organism produced by asexual reproduction are said to be genetically same as the parent organism, but they are not 100% same copy of their parent, but still they have occasional variations. Some variations are always there, even in case of asexual reproduction. Now next question is, what is the importance of DNA copying in asexual reproduction? Okay, so by DNA copying, the characteristics of parents are transmitted to its offsprings, and some occasional variations are also produced in the offsprings.